We here at the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks always support any and all of those involved in the creation and distribution. Ah, hold on. We here at the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks always support any and all of those.
that are involved in the creation and distribution of any show we feature, and will encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Shut up, Tommy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
God, he screwed that up. I'm sorry, but
You screwed me up earlier. That's what screwed my whole game up. It's your fault.
okay, let's let me do the intro.
Coming
Sorry.
to you live from the outskirts of the internet and apparently outtake central. This is the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks for 14 with your host, Peacemaker2448.
A non-screwing up Rampant Epsilon.
And Tommy Gun 2442.
Fantastic start this week, boys.
I figured rather than him getting the first part of it that he got right, going for the third time, I'd just finish it there. And I did that without the script even.
To be fair, Glock, you've come up with a new way to do that part of the intro.
Oh, God.
That's your second different way of saying it. Just
What?
point that. That's the second different way you've said the intro now.
Yes,
That's not how you said it
what
in
screwed
practice.
you up both times.
What screwed me up is I forgot what came after the creation and distribution. I forgot a main part of the script.
Oh, God.
Folks.
This is why we tell him to pull up the script. No, no, I can do it without the script. Uh-huh.
That's why you have it up just in case.
Quite frankly, me and Peace ought to be able to do this with our eyes shut, yet we both still pull the script up.
And yet we still both screw it up.
Yep. But at least that's because we can't read.
Yeah. Which might be worse. Not entirely sure.
Might be, I don't know.
Alright, folks. It is our final regular episode of Wizard.
For season 5.
Yep. For we are covering episodes 52 and 53, the Heisei Special. Before we get to that, we're going to talk a little bit of game.
Yay, game.
Michi, you're a dick and a fucking half.
Uh-huh. You know what's bad? The whole little thing right there where Takatora is telling Michi that he needs to work with Koda and save everyone and this and that and the other. When we got the subs for it, I hated Michi less.
How so?
Because what I thought was going on there wasn't that Takatora was telling Michi to run and go get help. It was telling him to help him. And then he just stands there and watch it happen anyhow. So I was completely in, oh, you son of a bitch mode until we got the subs. And then I was like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, Takatora's being a bit selfless today.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, don't worry about me. Getting thrown over a cliff? Ah, that's nothing. I'll be okay.
I hope. But, yeah, I completely thought to begin with that he was telling Michi to help him. And with Michi just standing there, I thought, oh, you son of a bitch. But getting the subs that actually, like I said, it kind of made me hate him less.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. To back up and get to the beginning of this episode, essentially, Koda just outright tells Michi, he's like, hey, I'm teaming up with this guy called Takatora. who's the white armored rider. And Michi's like, "What? You're doing what now? Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. I will kill him in his sleep."
That's you pretty much got Michi down pat.
Yeah. Just add a lot of snark and you get there.
Yeah. Oh God.
Let's see. We find out that Koda's sister has been a bit short on the money recently, which causes Koda to try to go get a job, and well, invests come about, which ruin that possibility.
Yeah, but I did kind of like that whole discussion right there.
Yeah.
She was more like, yeah, we've got it rough right now, but you're dedicated to what you're doing right now, so just focus on that.
Yeah, you kind of saving people. That's good.
Well, I don't even know if she actually knows the full extent to what he has been doing.
I would assume I think she assumes that he's a part of the beat writers, and that's about it.
I think that's about all that she realizes right now.
Yeah.
And I say right now because I have a funny feeling if Michi sits back and thinks too hard on this, he's going to go run and try to tell her stuff to tear her up so that it kind of pisses Code off.
Yeah, I think eventually Michi's gonna push all the wrong buttons and just gonna piss Koda off and to where he's gonna just tear into him.
Which will be hilarious to watch.
Yes. Even though Koda,
it's hard to believe that this is the same character that many episodes ago we were wondering how in the hell his House of Cards was standing up. And now we completely hate him.
And also because I rewatched Michi's first Henshin, he was taking up the belt because he wanted to break away from being a part of Yggdrasil.
Mm-hmm. And now he's playing right into their hand.
He's not just working for Yggdrasil, he's working to betray his own goddamn brother.
Yeah.
But luckily Koda gets a part-time job at Droopers because of convenient timing by Mondo.
Yeah.
I love how he just does the cough and just puts that up there. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing a part-time job. It's totally this is totally supposed to be open, even though it just says defensive. It's Homie City right there." Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd be happy to have you come on board. And then we find out this week that Koda's not the only one who got offered a job. I assume. Let's just say another member of Team Gaim's now working at Droopers. For some reason. I don't know. Spoilers, it's Mai. I have no clue why she's working at Troopers.
There's no telling.
See. Cut back to Helham. Damushu's running amok. Am I reading the wrong thing?
I don't know. I think you might be.
Yeah, because that was last week.
Yeah.
I think I need to go off my RR because apparently I don't quite remember events in this episode in order.
Yeah, no, we really need to quit watching the episode live in order to do this correctly.
Yeah. Alright.
Hold on. I'm getting it ready. Trying to get to the right episodes. We're doing the very last episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
52
All
and
right.
53.
Yes.
All right. Takator debriefs Team Yggdrasil about the overlords.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much talking to himself because everyone else is already in the loop.
Yeah.
I love how they're like, Takatora, don't get your hopes up. You're being way too optimistic about this. And he's like, maybe, but hell, this is the best alternative we've got to Project Arc. Because that's a terrible idea. And everyone's just like, damn it, why did this happen?
Oh. You also got something else that I'm looking here at the big overview. It's shown before, but I can't remember. Did Kaito and Michi's talk happen before or after that whole?
Oh, before.
That's what I was thinking.
That's probably the next thing I was getting to. Kaito gets confronted by Michi, who's about ready to go take on Kaido to be like, you are not going to tell Koda anything. He looked ready for a fight, and I'm just like, Michi, you do realize you're going up against Kaido.
And I love Kaido's response. He's like, I'm not gonna tell Koda. I mean, yeah, we're enemies, but I don't hate him. I don't hate you.
To be fair, he wouldn't believe me even if I told him. Simply put, look, I just don't like your kind. So next time you come knocking on my front door looking for a fight, I'll proceed to kick your ass and kick you out the damn door.
Of course, I think Kaito has had like no respect for Michi since the whole shooting Koda in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaito's pretty much like, look, I can at least respect Gaim in that he's going to flex his power when he needs to. You, on the other hand, you little conniving little snake in the grass, you can proceed to fuck off. Next time I see you, your ass is grass. Have fun.
And you know, I think the main reason that Kaito and Koda are at each other's throats so much is because they have different ideas of what strength is.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Because they're both on level playing field when it comes to in terms of strength.
Yeah. Especially with Kaito's new power-up.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about,
And
so I'm just kind of zoning out halfway through.
Gaim.
I mean, the only thing that trumps everyone right now is Kachidoki.
Yeah.
And everyone. I started to say something, then I realized that's later on in the episode, so. No.
Yeah, Takatora has a quick word with Michi about why he understands why he was drawn to Dakota. So he kind of gives hope to people a little bit.
Yeah, and all that manages to do is fan that flame a little bit more.
Yeah, because Michi's just like, oh yes, Kacha, it's all thanks to Koda. Koda ruins everything. Yes, in your little fucking perfect world. Honestly, from an outsider's perspective, Koda's helping everybody, including your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. You would have
Quite a few times.
Yeah.
Including this current week's episode.
You did nothing. It was the rest of Team Yggdrasil that decided to go kick Takatora's ass while you stand there and try your best to get an Oscar. So yeah, essentially Takatora, Minato, Michi, and Sid go out into the forest to go hunt. Takatora and Sid are in one group. Minato and Michi are in the other. Sid decides, fuck it, I'm gonna attack Takatora outright. Which leads to Takatora giving no shits and pretty much subduing him.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Sid. You're such an appealing villain!
Which you know what that says about his energy, Lockseed? That he completely got the weakest one out of all of them.
Yeah. It's funny because Minato's gotten her ass kicked a little bit, but we know she's holding back. Which means she might just be able to go toe to toe with like anyone in the show. Might.
Might. I don't know, saying anyone might be a little bit of a stretch there.
She might be at least be able to go toe to toe with Coda and Lemon Energy.
Or hell, for that matter, with Coda and anything outside of Kachidoki.
Yeah.
Because I swear that form is just a walking tank.
Well, it's kind of the point. Minato arrives, attacks Takatora. The two manage to rough up Zangetsu until Goku arrives, does his henshin, and pretty much just wipes the floor with Takatora. Causes him to de-henshin on the edge of a cliff and throw his belt and Lockseed away, and sends him flying over the cliff after having that talk with Michi. Which I'm surprised he's like, wait a minute, why is no one going after Michi at the moment? I'm having this long speech with him and no one seems to care.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, huh?
Gaim.
I don't watch it.
What?
Then don't pipe in until we say you're ready to do the episode.
You said last week you zone out of all the Gaim discussions.
Here he goes again.
Apparently. Anyway, Coda gets a call to do a delivery for Droopers, which leads him to being ambushed by Shin Zangetsu.
Fake Shin Zangetsu.
I was doing the air quotes for that one.
I know. But you can't see the air quotes on our streams.
I know. Coda's getting his butt handed to him because he's like, Takatora, what the fuck you doing? I thought we were friends. We had a handshake and everything. Kaito writes to save his ass and is like, fine. Looks like somebody decides to be an asshole today, and I have to keep Coda alive. He goes Lemon Energy, the two fight until Coda breaks it up with Kachidoki.
And that does show how powerful that form is, because they both had charged shots up.
Yeah.
And he just stops both of them. Not one, both of them.
Yeah. With just his arms. Right, no, with the flags.
Yeah.
With the flags!
Now, to this I say, that form is that powerful as it is. I'm going to hate to see what events lay that wind up signifying for him to have a stronger form.
Some people have speculated that Kiwiyami will essentially give him equivalent powers to overlords.
Okay. But hell, right now he's got that. The only reason I could see that he needs something stronger than Kachidoki would be the main overlord. That white overlord.
Yeah.
That's the only one I could see right now.
I'd say his name, but I don't think you know his name yet.
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. I know his name because it's in various summary material.
Yeah, I've seen the name tossed around a few times, but as far as know it, no.
Do you know what it starts with?
I can't remember right offhand. Like I said, I pulled up one of the recaps on the actual Kamen Rider wiki, and that's how I saw it then. But
Okay.
other than that, I'm not seeing it anymore.
I know they have the article up with the actual name for it.
I mean, I know he's got a name because hell, they're all gonna have a name.
Yeah, Ridoryu and Denmushu were named before they appeared. Just saying. But yeah, Koda just unloads all of his anger on who he assumes is Takatora. Just be like, the fuck you doing? Alright, asshole. Why are you being a dick? And he just goes, here's the manifest. Bye! Because I can't take both of you.
Hell, who you kidding? He couldn't take Kachidoki.
He could barely take Kaito.
Seriously. And he thought he was going to take him with his Sengoku driver. It's like, you dumb ass.
I love how Michi is this conniving snake who's defanged essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's got all the mental prowess to be the manipulator, but he has none of the power to back up any plan he's got.
Yeah, he's always got to focus on someone else doing the arm work for him.
Yeah, he needs a lackey, who might just be Sid, considering how this episode ends.
I don't know. Sid seems too much of a open mind.
Yeah, too much of a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we find out that the fake Shinzen is in fact Michi, and we end off with Sid just destroying the tree and the portal to Hellham through Yakuza HQ, and apparently destroying the Lockseed vehicles too that were there. And going, going after your overlords. Here's my head start. Bye. And just booking it.
Yeah, and he pretty much tells both of them that the only reason he partnered with them was to get Takatora out of the way, and now that he's gone, he's going for the golden fruit on his own.
Mm-hmm. Which leaves Sengoku and Minato going, shit.
Now we're fucked.
It's like, okay, it's us two and Michi. So we're at 2 1/4 now. We need some backup.
Oh god, I love that. 2 1/4.
Hey, Michi is technically a quarter of the main writers of the show. Unfortunately, that quarter also represents his prowess as a writer. But yeah, overall, damn. If you wanted an episode that changes the very makeup of the show, this is it.
And this is just something that you never would have expected.
And we're only maybe halfway through the episode, halfway through the season. We might be past the halfway point. And this is what
we'd
we're
have
getting.
to be.
Yeah.
We'd have to be past the half. Otherwise, it'd be longer than Wizard.
Yeah, this is like post-halfway material. For some shows, this would be finale-worthy material.
Yeah. This would be like last, 5, 6 episodes?
Yeah. But yeah, this literally changes the playing field. Takatora is out on his own with nothing but his wits and his training to save him. And no way to get back now. Because I'm sure he doesn't have a Lockseed vehicle.
Well, there technically would be a way.
If he can find a random portal somewhere.
Yeah.
That's relying on a whole lot of luck.
And we know that all rifts apparently wind up in Zawami City.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Well,
No
apparently
matter
it's like
where they are in that forest, if they see a rift open, it's somewhere right there in the city.
Well, if you think about how this mechanically would work, they would have to travel a long distance in the forest in order to come out in a portal in a different place. Right?
Maybe. But from what we've seen, there's been a lot of distance covered.
Well, I'm talking like long distances. Like, I'm talking couple days on foot.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not even seeing them hop in another city. You usually will see them in the heart of the city.
True.
It's like, okay. I might can understand that if you could stand there and see another rift somewhere. But when you don't even have a clue as to where someone else has one, then yeah, that should not happen.
Let's see. Sengoku Minato are pretty much going, well, Bar Alliance is shattered. Time to rethink plans. At the very least, we have the nuke button. Apparently, there's no record of Takatora with Yggdrasil now. Sengoku took care of that.
What nuke button?
Oh yeah. I forgot how to blow that up. I forgot they don't have the nuke button anymore. Koda blew that up with Katsutoki. They don't have the nuke button. Oh well, they have a nuke button. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, they've got the button. That's literally it. They've got the button.
Yeah. Sid is a wild card in this mix-up. Michi's plotting just to kill Koda in the most diabolical fashion he can.
By any means necessary.
Yep. Kaito continues being all power and strength and whatnot, and Koda is just, well, he's fucked once again. Because we can't go more than 2 weeks in Guy without Koda being screwed in some fashion.
Uh-huh. He's got to be screwed. He's the main writer.
Yeah. Especially in this show. I have not seen a writer get so screwed over so often in a show.
I know, and it's like you said, every episode, it's something else.
Yeah, Koda will get like 2 steps forward, but he'll take another 5 steps back in his progress.
Like, okay, I found out we've got overlords. I found out if we might talk to them, they might help us stop this. Oh, fuck. Kaito's done screwed me over, started a fight with them, and now they're pissed.
Well, with the one he knows about, he doesn't know about the other one. Although they keep saying overlords, they only know about the one.
2.
They've never seen Redyu! Well, yeah, Koda's seen Redyu, but no one else has seen Redyu.
I thought Kaito has too.
No. No.
That's right. That's right. He was watching from afar on that battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Koda's the only one that knows there's multiple of them. Unless somehow Sengoku has intel that tells them there's multiples.
You got a point there. Unless maybe they figured out that since he was based off of how some of the lock seeds work, then maybe there's ones for each of the others.
Maybe, but I just find that funny thinking about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Sengoku calls them overlords. Well, they only know about a overlord. They haven't met Redyu, and they have no idea about the White Overlord. Yeah. Anything else to say about this episode?
No.
Alright.
That really covers it.
Let's talk Wizard then. At your cue clock.
Okay.
We're taking a look at 52 and 53, the Kamen Rider Wings, and the Endless Story. I'm not gonna lie, these 2 episodes are supremely meta.
So, So, from what you've told us off stream, this is essentially, I guess the smartest way of saying this is alternate reality decade.
Yes, except if you put an actual one of the main writers into that alternate world and have them be the eyes we're looking through into a decade story. This is the best way I can explain this. This is a decade story from the perspective of a main writer who has no idea what the fuck is going on.
Huh.
Hold on, what?
You heard me.
This is gonna be interesting then.
Yeah.
Did they pull it off, or is it a failure?
I have no idea. These two episodes are confusing a bit. Like, it has some cool action, but for fuck's sakes, I have no idea what's going on story-wise at times.
And you know, it would have been one thing if this tied into the Wizard Guy movie.
Yes, it does.
I mean, better.
There is one thing in this entire 2 episodes that ties into the damn movie.
I say again, better. Because,
And also, there's like one thing that ties this into the main story of fucking Wizard. One thing. And that's it.
wow.
Also, you remember how Nito lost his driver?
Well, lost Chimera, but yeah.
Yeah. You're about to find out how he gets it kind of back, except not really. Because we needed Beast back for these 2 episodes. But not completely undo what happened at the end of Wizard.
Huh.
Simply put, there's a lot more than alternate realities going on here. Time travel's involved.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this is just a melting pot of what in the hell. So, thoughts going into this?
I stay open to it.
Glock, what about you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to be able to explain a couple things about this damn Heisei special, but I'm even out of the loop on this. I've listened to a podcast talking about these 2 episodes specifically, and I still don't know what the hell.
That bad?
A little bit.
Oh, God.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out for ourselves then.
Alright. We got 52 all queued up and ready?
Yup.
Alright, starting episode 52 of Kamen Rider Wizard in 3, 2, 1, go. By the way, have fun spotting all the cameos and monsters in here. Also, no regular wizard intro.
Huh.
Pause.
Stop the dipper!
What time code?
040. I've got to restart it. Something went wrong.
Lower the quality.
Quality was lowered. So many ads.
Alright, picking up from that time code.
must-
Eventually.
I must say, I like the quick snaps of all of the stances.
Yeah, that is cool.
I have a feeling that's going to be the only good thing I can say out of all this, but might
We're
as
gonna get
well
a lot
say
of
it now.
We're gonna get a lot of action from the previous rider suits.
Okay, well that won't be that bad. Might just
I
be the
say rider
story.
suit,
Might
not rider.
might just be the story then.
Oh, by the way, guess who's gonna show up for these 2 episodes? I
Oh,
give you a hint. We're paused on the character
uh-huh.
that's gonna be here. Mm-hmm.
It's all Decado's fault.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
You know what
40?
I said? This is a decade.
I'm paused on Deno.
The 040 marker?
Yeah.
Not. Oh
No.
no. Oh, I'm on.
I'm on the
Oh, I'm on
40.
the.
I'm on the 40
Are
in
you?
this decade.
Kamen Rider Wizard,
I'm on the
episode
40. I'm on the
52.
Deno. No, I'm on the
I am
40.
at
I'm on
040 and
Deno.
I am
Wow, what's
paused
going on?
on Deno.
Might be just a quick second difference. I don't know. Because I know at 41 you're free. You get a freeze frame of decade.
Actually, hold up. I just saw something completely different. I saw a completely different Kamen Rider. It looked like a vampire Kamen Rider.
That'd be
The
Kiva.
Kiva, which is at 40.
37, 38, 39, 40, right there. Okay,
That's
now I'm paused a decade on 40. There's like a quick type thing.
Yeah.
yeah. There's quick cuts between all the poses of all the riders. But yeah, when I told you this was a decade story, I meant literally. The only thing is, we get no the end. We get no Natsumi. We get none of the decade characters besides Tsukasa. All right, we all good now.
Yep. Till Glock tells us to pause again.
Pause! Nope, I'm kidding. We haven't even started.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Wait. Is this gonna be like usual decade?
Maybe.
Then I'm not ready.
Pick it up from the 0040 marker in 3, 2, 1, go.
I saw Forte!
I would hope you did.
No!
Yes.
Oh my god!
Calm down, Glock.
My 3 favorite Kamen Rider.
Also, that was your intro for the week. It's also going to be the intro for next week. Or for next episode. Why did I say next week? Next episode.
Hey, we're on that beach again.
Yep.
Pause!
Oh,
God damn it, Glock. Time code.
1:30. Let me close out Skype.
that would probably help.
Close out everything.
That would probably help. Is somebody watching Indiana Jones in the background?
Yes.
Oh god, if you didn't say that, I was so fixing to say it. Oh god. Oh.
Honestly, if I wanted to work it in, I'd ask where Skull is. Alright, Galactic, you all set?
Not quite yet.
Mm,
1:30, right?
That's what
yes.
you
Okay,
said.
hang on. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27,
28,
28,
29, 30,
9,
1,
30.
2, 3.
Alright, y'all good?
Yup.
Uh-huh.
Alright, picking up from the 1:30 marker in 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, the big shiny thing that apparently you missed coming here. Some masquerade dopants. Now, who's ready for some what the fuckery? Also, welcome to Donatsu.
What?
Hi, owner. Also, you're totally not going to be able to guess the identity of the kid. And the girl.
Oh.
Totally not the original voices. Although I'll say, somebody did try to pull off a decent Shotaro.
Yeah?
Forza, on the other hand, no, not really.
Nah, that was nowhere near it.
To be fair, it's better than the one that's in Kamen Rider Tyson. Oh, hi, Worm.
Okay.
You know that whole jump cut thing that happens in Tokusatsu?
Yeah.
Remember how I said these two episodes are extremely meta?
Oh, dear Lord.
Hey, it's a couple of assholes. I love that line
No.
too. Also, we're totally saving on the budget and not doing transformations. It's a cut and it's a different suit. Because all of a sudden we have electric and heat metal. And then back to base states the Cyclone Joker.
Oh, dear Lord. Jump cuts can do everything.
As I said, meta as all fuck.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Rider kicks roll! Okay. By the way, this villain's named after the stone that's in Kuga's belt. Why? Fuck if I know! Why is he dressed up as previous Rider villains? Fuck if I know! He's got Narutaki syndrome. And somehow Rinko has become scarier.
Well then.
Yeah. It's your first hint that this is a decade episode. You know, besides the whole everyone's not who they normally are.
Yeah.
Except Purvis is out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Jinpei, you're supposed to ride the bike, not carry the bike.
Damn it, Shinpei. uh,
And somehow Pops is still Pops. I don't know how.
Because the story demanded it.
You can probably sum up these entire 2 episodes as the story demanded it. So, you want to guess who the kid is?
Not really.
Tommy, you want to guess?
I'm gonna assume Haruto and Koyomi.
Yeah, they don't hide it that hard.
No, not really.
But it doesn't help that they gave him the same damn belt buckle and how he dresses. But somehow we use the despair effects, even though that makes no sense. Well, I should have told you who the other kid was, if you didn't get it by then. And Rock, have you seen O's Wonderful?
I think.
Then you might get this reference. And we're just gonna borrow White Wizard's magic portal for whatever reason. I'm very prepared for this guy to chew up the scenery like no other. This guy's facial expressions. Hi, Nato.
Wait, why is he still? Mm.
It's being explained right now. Time travel, son! Thank you, Haruto, for explaining what was very obvious.
Oh god, I hate the damn time travel part already.
Oh, it gets better! So yes, somehow all the monsters that have been defeated, except for the ones from Blade, because that make no fucking sense, are somehow in this world. Somehow. Again, this makes no sense! Sir, I believe you've lost your stilts. Why aren't you using your bike? I mean, I'm nitpicking at this point, but Haruto, you could use your bike. You have a ring that lets you get it. Yes, nothing at all. I'm totally not gonna fuck with the timeline here now. Okay, boys, back off the camera a little bit.
Oh god.
Hi, Ryuki. Yep, there's that hope thing you always look for, Haruto.
Yep.
Some random river somewhere? Oh.
So now he's going to try to rack his brain on figuring out how to keep their hope alive as well as...
Keep all the monsters in the damn stone.
Yeah. Which isn't going to work too well.
One of the last times you'll see them henching together.
Yep.
Aww.
Some of these guys aren't phantoms. Actually, none of these guys are phantoms. Ito, you're not going to be able to consume them.
That's one of Forze's baddies,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes, it is. Just
Yeah,
like there's
I
an
thought so.
Agito one. I want to say that's a Kiva one, but I'm unsure. Saving on the budget once more by just doing quick suit change, by doing off-screen suit changes.
Yeah.
That was a double one.
Oh god, and then fuck up and do it in the middle of a jump cut.
Yeah, we gotta save the budget for the end. Just saying.
Hold up, I missed a change. Whoa, what just happened?
And he breaks out of land into flame. Not land dragon.
Hi, Hibiki and Kiva.
Who is that guy? Oh, that's Hibiki, right?
Yes.
And that's Kiva.
And there's Deno.
Deno!
Actually voiced by his original actor released from Momotaros.
Yay! It's Momotaros!
Because apparently Ryotoro's not here. Which makes no sense considering the end of the 2 episodes. I say again, these 2 episodes don't make sense at times. As we're about to find out with this thing. And now Kagakito playing in on this. And some people have debated whether it's Onodori or Godai.
Oh, great.
Guess who's about to show up? Hey, Coda!
Hold on, who is that?
That's Gaim.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember? You've seen a couple episodes of it?
Yeah, I remember. I saw the face and it was familiar. I'm just like, wait, which writer is that?
And I love the fact that he comes in as the orange and
Uh-huh.
And here comes the new writer OP.
Yeah. Which, as you can see, he has pineapple and strawberry.
Yeah, which means that this is what, past episode 3, essentially.
At least. This is confident Coda, not like overconfident Coda, which is weird, but. Because how many times have you seen Coda dual wield?
Yeah, I know.
Dang.
And we in there.
Huh.
Hi, Sakasa.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Does
Yes.
he have to be in this?
Yes, like I said, it's a decade episode.
I don't want it to be a decade episode.
Too bad.
No, 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 no. It's not. It's not too bad. We can fix it.
Okay, you know what's bad though?
What?
Even the special then breaks continuity. There is absolutely nothing game related that goes in hand with any bit of continuity of the show.
Welcome to writer continuity. That's all I could say. Welcome to writer continuity.
Absolutely fucking nothing with game goes with the continuity of the show.
At the end of the day, here is my rule. Pick and choose what you want to be in continuity, write in whatever the fuck you need, make it connect, and just go with it. Fuck official canon. Because I don't even want to look at what Toei has as an official canon and non-canon.
Okay. But like that right there. That has to be game from after episode 3.
Uh-huh.
So, what the hell?
And this is like deep in the story Coda, because that's a confident Coda. That's not a
Yeah.
That's not an ego Coda.
Yeah. That's not a look at me. That's I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and it's a dual wielding Coda. How many times have we seen Coda dual wield competently?
We haven't.
I say again, pick and choose what you want in continuity. Fuck official canon. Just go with it. If it doesn't connect, write in whatever you need.
You know, I guess in theory, you could still consider this game alternate reality. Even though I know they portray it as the actual Kota that we have in the show, it clearly isn't.
Uh-huh.
I would be fine with just classifying that as alternate reality game and be good with it.
Yeah, because trust me, at this point, he's like, wait, there's like 16 other people who totally helped me try to save the world? I gotta make some calls, man.
Oh, God.
Because you know damn well none of the rest of them can be in continuity with each other in terms of a single universe.
Well, you know what's bad?
What?
This is exactly what you were telling me about the Game Wizard movie. He acts like he didn't know Wizard, where clearly he should recognize him.
Especially when the movie references this special.
Ugh.
Because you know how Haruto doesn't have the Infinity Ring in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
That's a reference to here.
Yeah, I kind of figure at the end of this one because I saw Infinity in the previews.
Uh-huh.
Gotta fucking love this.
Also, Haruto's throwing out the word Kamen Rider like it's commonplace when he was never a Kamen Rider in his own show. The only time he was ever called a Kamen Rider, and he knows the term, is the fucking Ultimatum movie.
Uh-huh. Because in his show, he is always the ring-bearing wizard.
Yes, and they also reference Ultimatum because he recognizes Double and Forze right off the bat. Because, he worked with them in that movie. Of course he knows them. Of course he knows the Rider Rings. They were in Ultimatum. Except they weren't painted. They were just silver rings with the eye colors being the same as the eyes on the suits.
You know what I almost think?
What?
I almost think when it comes to Rider, there's two completely separate continuity chains. I think you've got your individual TV shows and then your specials and movies.
That would fall in line with what happens in Sentai. Essentially, all the team-up movies are in one continuity. Everything else is separate from each other. From what I understand.
Because, I mean, hell, I could see a lot of the movies tying in better continuity-wise than I can the shows.
Well,
With
you
the
have
movie.
you have less to deal with to begin with. And it doesn't help that sometimes the movies are made by different production crews than the TV show. And they are outright meant to be alternate versions of said TV show. And all I'm going to say is, I believe I saw a couple Undead in here. That makes no sense considering what happens with Blade. The Undead aren't defeated. They are sealed in the fucking cards. They are never killed. It's kind of the whole reason they're called Undead. Because, to seal them in the cards, that's what gives the Blade Riders their power. That's what allows Blade to access Jack in King form, is the fact that he sealed all the Spade Undead. Or all the Spade Undead were sealed. So, I don't know why people keep forgetting that little plot point of Blade, because that's kind of the point of Blade. Is the Undead are unkillable. They can only be sealed in cards. So there's no reason for them to be here at all, ever. Because none of them are dead.
And
Now,
you know what? You know what I just thought about?
What?
I amend my statement of what I just said. I think there's actually 3 continuity chains. The shows, the movies, and then Decade.
Yes.
Because I swear to God, anything related to Decade plays by its own rules.
Personally speaking, I think Toei plays by its own rules with continuity to begin with. It's like, what? Things are supposed to connect to each other? We'll just do whatever we want. Fuck continuity! Oh, God. Shall we end Wizard?
And literally, that is the term that can be used for it.
Lock, you all set? Lock.
Yeah.
He's
All
on that because we started talking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What are your thoughts so far, before we get started?
Ugh, it's Decade. Let's just go.
Alrighty then. We shall start up episode 53 and the final episode of Wizard in 3, 2, 1, go. I will say, I'll give credit to Tsukasa's actor. He is more than happy to come back. My only problem is, they keep giving him shit material. Dear God, I want to like Decade because, damn, his actor just loves this franchise and loves coming back. but he just gets some of the worst material to work with every time he comes back. Also, bye, guy. We'll see you in the finale of this episode.
Wow.
Pause.
Oh, that dip. Can't. Mouse, where'd you go?
Time code.
40 again. We'll probably stop at 1:30 next time.
Glock, just to let you know, because of the setup I have to drag the video back over to my laptop screen so I can tell what the fuck time code I'm at.
Sorry.
That's why you hear me go
Please fix your shit.
every time you say pause.
I'm sorry.
Because it takes me a solid 6 seconds to pause. Consistently now. So I think I've been 6 seconds off of your time code.
Oh, it takes me 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Mainly because I gotta find my mouse.
Alright, we all good?
Yeah.
I am.
Alright, picking up from the 0040 marker in 3, 2, 1, go. Kid, why the fuck did you leave the rings there? Why the fuck did you leave the rings there?
So what, does he have all of White Wizard's magic?
Apparently.
I would say rings, but it's not rings, so...
Apparently he does. Again, I don't understand. He's named after the stone that's in Kuga's belt. Why? Because. Reference. Just like this is a reference. And somehow we're not where we were before.
Yeah.
We're at a dam.
Wow, I didn't have to stop at 1:30. That was smart.
And Nito's just gonna stand there because he's got nothing better to do. Alright, kid, calm your ass down.
Oh, yeah. Ask him to do something he would never do. There you go.
Yeah, that's going a bit too far even for Haruto. I do like the little reference and little thing that he actually picks up the Forze ring.
Yay!
Also, apparently Tsukasa was wearing sunglasses the entire time. Why? 'Cause that's Tsukasa.
Am I? Doesn't he usually have a different haircut?
Yes.
Okay.
You do realize this is like 4 years after the decade, correct? Like
Oh.
4 to 5 years.
Oh, okay.
It's been that long. And somehow Nito's just walking. See what I mean when when the special is just confusing?
Yes.
Also, welcome to a meta reference that not even I get. Apparently, Kamen Rider was originally a concept called Crossfire. That's what he's referencing at the moment.
But he's got a point there.
Yeah.
Now, did he really think that was smart?
What?
Transforming.
The
All he's gonna do is get him close enough to that now.
yeah.
That kind of was dumb.
Except that he's gonna poof away to his own time period and pretend like none of this ever happened.
Pretty much.
So say bye bye to Nito for the rest of the special. And I don't know why the hell Alternative Zero is here. Even though I think he's supposed to be a rider. Yes, Tsukasa is once again evil.
When isn't he?
I say again, I give credit for the actor for coming back so much, but for fuck's sake, can somebody give him better material? Every time he comes back now, he has to be evil for 5 minutes at least. Now, this part makes no sense considering what's going on. So, if it was them the entire time, why the fuck did they stand still and let their powers be absorbed?
Seriously.
Also, who's ready for a decade speech? Don't know why that cut's there, but it is. Now you're gonna see why we saved on the budget earlier. Because we had to blow it all here. I will say, from here on out, the special's kind of good. Because I dig action and stuff like this. Uh, Gentaro, to quote Megamax, you're not settling this one-on-one. There's more than one. And apparently that's a mistake because Dino never does part 1. Which confuses me because I don't remember anything like that. And Hibikiko's Kurenai for some reason. I kind of understand it, but yeah. Now we gotta bust out all the big CGI monsters. Hi, Deadliner. And Drag Reader and Castle Doran. And the T-Rex from the first 2 episodes of Double. Hey, Rocket States.
Oh God.
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
oh,
we get
could you give us the option of refusing next time?
no. Also, that's why some people suspect that that's Onodori instead of Godai. Also,
Okay, that is not how the God.
Puchitera out of nowhere.
That is not how the Drago time works.
What? Rapid fire it?
He got all 4 forms just by smacking it once, and then goes straight into All Dragon.
Have you not realized that they've been doing that like for a while now?
I knew they did the whole 4 forms come out of just one slap, and that I was fine with that. Because let's face it, that does save time. But it don't work like going from all 4 forms into All Dragon. That's breaking the device.
And also, for whatever reason, Amadam has the 5 stones from Haruto's forms on his shoulders.
Huh.
Haruto, I suggest you go Infinity. Hell, bust out Finish Strike and go Infinity All Dragon. You have it at the moment. Although you're not gonna do it because, yeah.
Time for defend.
Which doesn't really help.
No.
Oh, now you attempt to go on and go to infinity, although it doesn't work. And some hurry back to flame. Now Haruto gets to make a speech. Fuck you, I'm calling back up. I kinda wish she'd call back up from all the secondary writers plus Guy, but I'll let that slide.
Yeah.
We're already blew the budget hard enough as is. And I assume that's the rest of the cast of Guy behind Coda. Is what that was supposed to represent.
Apparently.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, they put the strange voice modulation that they had on all the writers on him. Well, technically not, because you're focused on the 14, not the 15, just saying. So, who's ready for final forms?
Final forms around the table.
Yep. And for some reason, we have Rising Ultimate in here, and Liner, and Super Tatoba. But no fusion states. These final forms are kind of all over the place, just saying. Kind of wish Double got to perform the triple rider kick with those in Forza, but
Yeah.
dude, back off the camera. We don't need your mug up all in it. Although that thumbs up suggests Godai because Onodori never did a thumbs up. Like I said, it's confusing on which Kuga it is. Personally, I just go Godai because fuck Onodori. Even though a guy on Token Nation swears that Kuga is a terrible show. Which I don't get, but to each their own, I guess. Yes, I'm through a dimensional wall because I was actually here the entire time. Haruto, question, how the fuck are you getting out of here?
He just has to imagine it and he can go back home.
So we're using our imagination now?
Might as well.
Is the train boat gonna come by?
Or he can just do that.
He's just gonna ride his back out of there somehow?
Apparently.
Also, that's where Haruto's original Infinity Ring goes.
Yeah, and the one that he gets in the crossover is actually the Bujin Infinity.
Mm-hmm. Look, I already spoiled it. It's fucking Haruto. I said this. I said these two episodes were fucking meta. Decade had child actors replace their, do up the roles of main writers. This should not be surprising. And thus we end Wizard there. Sorry, I'm just kind of enjoying the game stuff.
I am too.
A bit nostalgic. Alright. What do you think of the Heisei special?
I think ignore the fact that it does not belong in continuity with either of the two shows. Well, no, let me rephrase that. Any of the 15 shows.
So it kind of just exists in its own little world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, I guess, for an alternate reality kind of deal.
Did you understand what was going on?
Kind of, sort of, not really, no.
Yeah.
It felt like a bad decade show, really.
As I said, this is decade episodes, except for looking at the perspective of Haruto, not Tsukasa. Glock, what do you think? Glock? Wake up, Glock.
Glock.
You fall asleep.
Probably.
But yeah. It is... I said this. These two episodes are meta as hell, and they are. It is referring to this whole idea of, I don't know who brought it up, but some producer brought it up that writers don't fight for justice; they fight for personal freedom. and whatnot, and it is extremely meta. And that's my problem with it. It's so meta, it's off-putting at times.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right on that.
What, personally speaking, this should just be a fun crossover between the 15 writers. It's turned into this meta look at writer that doesn't say anything. Because I keep on thinking it's saying something, but the fuck if I know what it is. Whether it's the idea that the writers fight for justice versus fight for freedom, I go, honestly, it kind of depends. I would say Double fought for justice. You know,
yeah.
because he's kind of a detective. You know, he was fighting crime.
I mean, I guess the one thing that was mentioned in it that I actually do completely agree with is the fact that all the writers really are made from the same tech that they fight.
That wasn't my fault, thank you.
Context?
Huh?
That wasn't your fault, thank you.
Oh, I was talking to my grandmother. She's talking about the lights being on when everyone was over at our house.
Wow.
But, yeah, like I said, I think that statement there is about the only thing that I can take out of it and actually feel like is right.
I wouldn't say that all the writers are made from the same tech as the villains.
A lot of them are, though.
I would say that all of the writers have a personal connection to all their villains. Kuga and Agito have a very specific connection to the villains of their respective show. Very specific. Like, it's drenched in the mythology of the show. Their connection. Ryuki has to utilize mirror monsters for his powers. Vai's, spoilers, is a Orpanok. Blade literally has to seal the powers of the undead to do anything. Hibiki is in fact a monster in of himself, because he's an Oni.
So, wow, that sounds kind of dark.
Well, when you see Hibiki transform, that's technically his true form. They sacrifice their humanity to become Oni to fight the Makamau. It's kind of what they have to do. Kabuto has to use the Zectors, which I think was developed by the worms, I think? I don't know. Deno Ryotaro has to use the powers of the Imagine, which is what he fights.
Yeah.
Kiba is himself a Fangire, and technically the king of Fangires, which is what his Emperor final form is supposed to represent. Double uses Gaia memories just like all the Dopants do, except they're more refined.
I love the way you skip Decade because really, yeah.
Decade is connected to the villains because he uses powers of the previous writers and he has to fight older villains. That's kind of it. Decade is the odd one of the bunch because he's connected to villains by proxy.
Yeah.
That's the only thing is you can get a connection if you count one movie. Otherwise, fuck all.
Well, I just walked into some. That was interesting to walk into.
But you were saying about Double.
Yeah, Double uses Gaia memories just like all the Dopants.
Yeah.
O's uses the core metals, which are what make up the major greeds.
Right.
And there's another thing, but we're not going to get into that. Forze is connected to the villains, but that's extremely spoilery. But let's just say the Forze connection is extremely spoilery, so I can't say it.
And then this special showed exactly about Wizard.
Yeah, he was born from the same ceremony that born all his villains that he had to face over the course of the show.
And really, in a sense, the same thing can be said about Gaim, because you look, when the Invests eat the fruit, that's when they transform.
Yeah,
So it's utilizing the same power that they utilize.
yeah. Which is a common trend of the Heisei era, and kind of writer in general, because a lot of the older Showa guys, the tech that turned them all into cyborgs was made by the evil organization that they have to fight. So it's kind of not just a Heisei thing, it's a kind of a general thing. But the whole justice, freedom thing, I don't get it. And I'm like, not really.
Yeah, because really that's more on a per rider base.
I'm like, I'm sorry. Some of the writers we've had in the Heisei era are cops. They kind of fight for justice because that's their fucking job.
Well, then you take a rider like Wizard. Really, he's not fighting for either of those two. He's fighting for hope.
Yeah.
So that one kind of throws a little snare in all of that whole idea there.
Let's see. Forze's fighting for friendship. Kind of. O's just has an extreme desire to help people. That's kind of it. He's not fighting for anything. He just wants to help people. Kabuto is just a dick. Fies is kind of a dick.
Which that's another thing I think the special managed to do perfect.
Yes, I love that little moment of Fies and Kabuto together when they're the two assholes. I'm like, no one else, the main writer in the Heisei era, is an asshole except those two.
And they partner them. That
Yes.
was perfect.
And again, they miss out. They skip out on the whole Kuga Agito connection. But people can calm down and relax about it.
But now that Glock's back,
Like, what were your thoughts on the
yeah,
special?
It was better than most decade episodes, I guess. Even though it wasn't really a decade episode, but it was.
Were you confused still by the end?
Kinda, yeah.
Like I said, the biggest problem with this, it's extremely meta and so off-putting. Like that whole cross of fire thing, if I didn't explain what the fuck that's supposed to be referencing, would you even be able to figure out what the hell that is?
No.
Except some made-up bullshit.
That's exactly what I kind of thought it was.
And for all intents and purposes, the name of the villain is just made-up bullshit. I'm assuming it's supposed to be some first to 14 connection because he has the stones that Wizard uses on his shoulder pads, and his name is Adam, and he's got the G3X belt buckle for whatever fucking reason. Yeah, that belt buckle is the same fucking belt buckle the G3X has in G3. Why? Fuck if I know.
I've got a question though.
What?
Was this special supposed to tie into the crossover movie?
No.
It wasn't?
No. This was meant to be a 15th anniversary special. It was just supposed to be a special kind of way to celebrate the anniversary.
Oh, God.
Just like how Sengoku Movie Battle is more so about celebrating 15 years of Heisei Rider, more so than it is crossing over Wizard and Gaim. Kind of.
Well, it doesn't do a good job at that part of it.
Well, that's why you have the whole Rider War, the Sengoku Rider War, as the backdrop for Gaim's part.
Yeah, but like I said, and you know too, it really does not do justice on trying to treat it as an anniversary movie.
True. Although somebody pointed out something very interesting that kind of connects to this by proxy. Decade never makes an appearance in the movie until the final together scene in the tree.
True.
Now think about that for a second. Decade, whose entire premise was a fight against the other riders of the Heisei era, never makes an appearance until he's alongside them in the tree.
The whole reason why the last 5 years have been tied together in some way, shape, or form, and yeah, has absolutely nothing to do with the movie.
He never once makes a single appearance. Whereas Double O's, Forza, and Bujin Wizard, kind of, all get screen time.
Huh.
Yeah, they're the main focuses. Every other Bujin rider doesn't get that much focus.
No, they get a quick shot and that's it.
Yeah. And they're kind of knocked off screen.
Yeah.
Whereas the focus is on Double O's and Forza because we have to get the items from them to make the lock seats by the end of the movie. We can't just off-screen this shit. Even though we off-screen Chimera.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's explained in the dialogue, but yeah, it's totally off-screen. Anyway.
I hope it is, because otherwise, But, I was just wondering if this was supposed to tie into that or not, because if so, then damn, they did a piss poor job.
Yeah. Also, another thing that people were speaking of a connection to the movie, you remember that shot of the two wizards, correct? Where the two rings gave birth to a second wizard to go into Haruto's underworld?
Yeah.
We got that shot of Haruto in Wizard's lap, about to do the engage.
Yeah, I remember that, actually.
Because of this special, people were speculating that the Haruto from the special was going to reappear in the movie.
You know, that would have actually worked.
Yeah.
Because in the way that they played out Nito in this, it's apparent that while he is in this special, he's still actively going on in Wizard.
Mm-hmm. Although he never mentions what the hell happened here. So assume a memory wipe and we're just going to end it there.
Either that or you could think of it as a split off. I mean, they both... Well, Haruto thought that it was a magic stone, which apparently it was, so I mean... who's to say there isn't a duplicate out there?
Yeah.
That would be a good take on that, actually.
Of course, you could probably still take that depending on what the hell the subs say.
True. Well, no. Because you know the reasoning for that one, even without subs.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go into too much details, but yeah. But that would be a really good take right there.
Yeah. That's what people were speculating once we got that photo. Because this was pre-release of the movie. A lot of people were speculating that, hey, that's the second Haruto. I think eventually it got confirmed that no, it's not. It's just a manifestation of the two rings. And
but that would be a neat twist if they would have pulled that off.
Yeah.
And then that would have tied it even more to the special.
Yeah. And so,
instead of the only thing that is tied out of the special is he don't have infinity.
Which would be really odd if it's just like, Haruto, why are you taking infinity? You don't need a second infinity ring.
That's what I think gets broke right there. They reference the very end of it, yet they break the
Yeah,
rest
but
of it. It's
every
like
time again!
okay, if you're gonna reference the special, why not reference all of the special and acknowledge that all of what we just saw here happened?
Yeah. I say again, Toei plays fast and loose with continuity. Just because there exists a connection and there's a plausible explanation for why something happens, does not mean Toei will actually go through with it.
True.
There exists a reason why Kuga and Akito may be connected. People have tried to explain how Kuga and Akito are connected and explain the two mythologies behind the show and how the two play together. It's just Toei's never done anything with it.
And
Hell,
they
they tried
never
to,
will.
they tried to just about probably bury the fact that they referenced Kuga at the beginning of Agito, but dropped it later on down the road.
I think that's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Is that they're not really paying attention to their continuity with the movies. The shows, they're keeping up with it.
Yeah.
Because, case in point, you don't get halfway through Wizard and then something screws up and you change the whole story. I mean, it's the story stays the same all the way through it.
Unless you count Hibiki. Which Hibiki's kind of a special case.
But, I mean, they need to take the continuity ideas with the stories for the shows, and even if they loosely touch that, because you could have freedom and still stay in continuity, you know that.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the Marvel movies. They're able to pull off what they do, but everything's still in continuity with each other.
I mean, hell, quite frankly, and I mean, we don't have subs for it, so that the subs might change my mind on it.
Yeah.
But the Wizard Game crossover, I feel like if you ignored that ending scene there, you could completely see that happening within Gaim's universe. Because really nothing breaks it too bad.
Yeah.
But like with this special, there's no way that this could happen before the beginning of the game. Absolutely no way. Could this happen around third or fourth episode? Yeah. Would it happen? No, because we ain't got an arc system, so we ain't got those long gaps.
Yeah.
Gaim is such a close-knit show that it's hard to fit something in between.
Yeah, and because I don't know that much of Traveler Sinki's story, I have no idea if you can even count that in continuity with Gaim. Although Gaim is more an observer of the story and he intervenes when he needs to, it's mostly a double O's Forza Wizard story. With most of the emphasis on the double and O's portion, with Forza being there to help out, and Wizard kind of reliving some of his moments throughout the show for whatever reason. And somehow Putoterra's back in the game for whatever reason, and that bugs me. I know we talk a lot about continuity, and that seems odd, but that bugs me above all else. Hey, hello, Glock.
Sorry, I am so sorry about what happened. I'm so sorry.
All we heard was right and gone.
Yeah, we heard right, and then the whole you entrancing right there.
I was saying my battery was dying.
Again.
No, you were screaming your battery was dying. Saying it would not be that loud.
But as someone who watched O's and kind of gets the underlying stuff of O's, it bugs me so much that Putrotera keeps getting dragged back in. It bugs me to no end. That I'm like, leave Putrotera alone. Let it be buried. That does not exist in O's anymore. I don't care what you do to bring it back. It does not. There is no way to bring Putrotera back. If there is, there's only one way. One, and you don't do it.
But see, that's what I'm talking about, though. It breaks continuity.
Yeah.
And most of the movies, that's what happens. Quite frankly, I'm surprised the Wizard Gaim crossover didn't have any more breaks in continuity than it did.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, because I felt like it could work with Gaim and Wizard. And that's kind of hard to do. Case in point, as you've mentioned.
Yeah. This has really turned into a big continuity discussion with the writer.
Uh-huh.
Of course, it may not help that all my favorite shows are the first two of the Heisei era and then the start of the Neo Heisei era. So I have this big gap of the Heisei era that I don't really pay attention to because I haven't really watched it because I don't like a lot of it. So whenever somebody brings up something about Ryuki or Faiz or Kabuto, because I've seen all of Blade and I've seen most of Hibiki, and I've seen
all you want to of Kabuto.
I've seen a good portion of Den-O, and I've seen a little bit of Kiva. I've seen a little bit of everybody, but I'm like, here's this big gap of I don't care and I don't like. So I kind of want to connect Kuga Agito to the Neo Heisei just for personal reasons, more than actually trying to connect them in a reasonable fashion. So I've always been a continuity guy and always tried to see the connections, because damn it, the connections for the Neo Heisei era exist. People don't just throw the name out there just because. There exists a solid continuity between Double O's Forza Wizard, and you can say to an extent Gaim. It exists. It's there. It's kind of hard to ignore it.
Yeah.
And that's what made me a bit of a continuity nut, because then I start looking for all the connections. I start to go, this doesn't make sense. This does make sense. And I nitpick all the hell, but I nitpick because I care. Damn it. Alright. I think we should end off there.
Alright.
So, not next week, but the week after, we shall be picking up with the finale of Wizard. We're going to get into a long-ass discussion of Wizard, because I suspect we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
We shall also be taking a look at the Wizard solo film that would have had the Gaim cameo in, except we got the Gaim cameo here in the Heisei special.
Yeah.
So we're going to be taking a look at Kamen Rider Wizard in Magic Land, along with a lengthy discussion of Wizard as a whole.
Which, you were saying about that with Gaim not having the cameo in Wizard Land.
Yeah.
I was looking on the wiki, and is it right saying that Gaim is the only one that's not had a cameo in the Past Riders solo film?
I believe it's happened since, I want to say the Kiva movie, because I believe Decade cameos in that, but I'm not entirely sure. But that's been a trend since the Kiva solo film. Decade was in the Kiva film, Double was in the Decade film, O's was in Double, Forza and O's, Wizard and Forza. That is very much true. they all have cameoed in a solo film of the previous writer. Gaim broke that, but in the trade-off, we got the Heisei special.
In which he cameoed in it.
Yes. And for anyone saying that, oh, it was easier for them to write in Gaim into this Heisei special than it was in Magic Land, we're still dealing with alternate fucking universes here, damn it.
Well, and hell, for that matter, all they'd have to do, and I don't know how the movie works, but I mean, if he comes back, all they have to do is have him like on a rooftop somewhere watching as they kind of pan out that the end. That's how they've done some of them before. I mean, why not?
Here's the thing. There's a difference between the secondary writer cameo and the main writer cameo. The secondary writer cameo is what you just said. It is the end of the movie quick scene. The main writer cameos, on the other hand, usually intervene towards the climax of the movie to help.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, they were already planning on changing up with Guy.
Yeah. Although, considering a little bit of how the whole Magic Land story works, I can see kind of why, but it's not like they can't introduce another alternate universe in here, and so why do you gotta make continuity so difficult to follow? You have a 40-year franchise. Doctor Who has less confusing continuity, and that's gonna be going on for for far longer than you have. I think. I think it has far less confusing continuity. I know for sure it's been going on longer than Rider, but I don't know about far less confusing continuity. Because that is a show that is all about the time travel.
And when you got time travel, continuity gets screwed up hard.
Yeah, and it's got alternate universes too, and aliens in space, and probably not. But damn it, Toei, throw us a bone here.
It'd be one thing if they attempted to make continuity stick, but they don't.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. But, yeah.
Yeah. I've already, personally figured out what I think is how all the writers are connected. Personally. Whether this holds true for anybody, I don't know. But it's just how I feel based off my knowledge of how everything fucking works. And how they bring in some characters and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, this is how it has to break down because nothing else makes sense in my head. But yeah, until our finale, folks, that'll do it for
Rampant Epsilon.
Tommy Gun 2442.
I'm Facebreaker 2448 saying goodnight, everybody. We'll see you for the finale of Season 5 of the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks. Peace out.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks on our site at tgstgsr.org. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter by following at TGSaloon, on Facebook at facebook.com/thegaming-saloon, and on YouTube at youtube.com/TGSaloon. Mobile app is on hiatus. There will be a new modified app coming soon. Be sure to check the site for more information. Till next time.